Yo, what's up, guys? It's D Brown with Trackheads. I'd like to welcome to another episode of Trackheads. So, I just got finished watching the Paris 2024 Olympics men's 4x1, 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 4x1. Yeah. So, this is going to be like a little bit of a mix because I saw the semifinals. I chose not to comment on it because there wasn't really much to talk about. Especially considering that the 200-meter dash was going to be that day, right? So, the men did phenomenal in the semifinals. You know what I'm saying? They killed it. I think they went like 47-4, really solid time. Courtney Lindsay on the final leg. They had Shacarri King on the third leg. They had Fred Curley on the second leg. Christian Coleman. Besides that trashy like baton pass from Christian Coleman to Fred Curley, which always seems to be an issue. I'm not sure if Fred Curley is able to accept the baton properly, and then you have someone who's, like Christian Coleman, he's about 5'8", 5'9", Fred Curley about 6'4". That baton pass could be missing. I'm not sure what's going on, but it always seems not to be smooth. Fred Curley's been giving the baton pretty well to Shacarri King. But yeah, they ran 47-4, even despite that issue. So for them to come back, and before I even get to the final, one thing I always want to say is that after I saw the 200, I got nervous because I saw that Noah Lyles wasn't going to run the 4x1. That's one thing. That Andre DeGrasse didn't make the 200-meter final, I believe. Did he? I don't think he did. That's two. And then number three, Canada made it in. So Canada made it in. Andre DeGrasse doesn't have the 200-meter final on his legs, and he's out for blood, and Noah Lyles isn't running. All those combinations of things got me really, really, really nervous. Got me really nervous when it came to this 4x1. I was really, really nervous because every time that Noah Lyles is not anchored, they have not gotten a medal. This is spanning from, 2018-19. 2019, he anchored, got a medal. 2021, they didn't anchor, didn't get a medal. 2022, didn't anchor. They put Marvin Bracey on anchor, didn't medal. 2023, Budapest, put Noah on anchor, he medaled. So every time they put Noah, these past 5-6 years, every time they put Noah on anchor or on the relay in general, they do well. They do well. So the fact that he was unavailable because of COVID and whatever the case was, I was nervous. And they have Andre DeGrasse there, and he's notorious for turning Super Saiyan and just killing it in the final leg. So now we're at the finals. I watch, Christian Coleman push out. He does very well. He eats up the field. And then he runs into Kenny Bednarek, and I don't know what the hell they were doing or what happened. I was pretty confident that they were, they're very two intelligent guys. I don't even think it's about intelligence. I just don't know what the hell happened. Christian Coleman wasn't able to get the baton in his hand, or he overran him, or they crashed into each other, which is a bad rep. And a big gamble, to be honest with you, because in the Bahamas relays, Courtney Lindsay was first leg, and Courtney Lindsay passed off to Kenny Bednarek. So it wasn't even like they've done a relay before. There was no, I won't say there wasn't no chemistry, but they haven't done a relay before. I believe they went it was Courtney Lindsay to Kenny Bednarek to Shacarri King, and it escaped me who was the last leg. But like I said, I don't understand who made that decision. I don't know why they didn't just put Fred there, especially after the debacle that happened. It was a very big gamble, which they lost out on. And they didn't even get a freaking medal. They got DQ'd, which is like happens every single year. It really makes no sense. So it just seems like the presence, it's like, everyone has been talking a lot of trash about Noah not doing well in the 200. He has COVID. Oh my God, he's whatever. But to be honest, his presence not being there was probably the reason why they didn't do well at all, which is ironic, right? Sometimes having that crazy guy on your squad, it might be a benefit, you know what I'm saying? Because even if, I'm not saying Fred Curley, didn't do well, but there's only a couple guys that can hawk down the field in such a short period of time to hit top end speed. Again, we're talking about the 100-meter Olympic champion here, right? Who has great top end speed. So anyway, to get to the race, I go through the relay, I see everything that's going on, and I look and I'm just like, man, Canada got the stick. They're in lane 9. No one's really talking about them, and then you just see them cross the line at first. Of course, DeGrasse giving one of his like crazy finishes, and they win the whole thing. And it just seems like every single Olympic Games, yo, freaking DeGrasse just turns Super Saiyan and says, "I'm gonna leave here with something, and I'm gonna leave here with the gold medal." So it's really crazy just to see him, tear apart that relay, tear apart the Americans, tear apart, a lot of those other individuals. And Canada wasn't really talked about. They were in lane 9 in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a quality race to see, but it was kind of sad just to see the 4x1 again, just always dealing with the issues of the Olympic Games. They put so much promotion into what can happen and all the great things that can happen, and they had the fourth fastest people, but it just seems like people make the same dumb decisions every single time. In my personal opinion, if I was responsible for organizing and seeing who should be on the relay, it would be very, very simple. And before I even get to there, the time that they would have ran in the prelims would have beat Canada today. And they didn't have no allows on the relay. I feel like they should have kept everything the way it was. Because Courtney Lindsay did a great job on the finish, and none of the 100-meter guys who were in the race were like really on the last leg. It wasn't like the rematch of 100-meter top 3 or top 4 that was on the anchor leg. It really wasn't. Like, you have Canada's DeGrasse, you had South Africa in there somewhere. Like, there weren't a lot of like super fast guys, in my personal opinion, from the 100 that Courtney Lindsay wouldn't be able to handle, especially with a lead. They should have at the very least like kept it how it was, or they should have swapped. Thing is, you can't even take Kyrie King out because he's been killing his leg. Honestly, they probably should have kept Kenny Bednarek out. I know he wants to get his 2 medals and he wants to do a bunch of different things, but if anything, they should have swapped him out for last leg. Dude is just as fast, if not faster, than Courtney Lindsay. Keep everything the same, right? So, because that would have been enough to, I think, to be able to handle DeGrasse. But you can't go back in time. Shout out to them. And that's my recap for the 4x1. But I think hopefully they don't take it too harsh and they bounce back and they kill this 4x4. The Team USA, of course, 4x1 gotta hold that until LA. But yeah, guys, this is D Brown with Trackers. I want to thank y'all for watching. Peace.